coming up on 7:12 now on this Saturday morning in June. It's just such a lovely day outside.
Yes, and not nearly as humid as it's been over the last few days. I mean, the last couple days, you walk outside and it kind of slaps you in the face. So
it does,
not
but
today.
today is not going to be. But then tomorrow is supposed to be like really rainy outside, which kind of makes me sad.
Especially the morning. Yeah, it's going to be a bit rainy tomorrow morning and then more spotty in the afternoon. Today, though, is probably the driest day of the weekend. So if you have plans this weekend, I would probably get them in today if you can, because tomorrow is going to be a bit of a wetter day. Right now, we're starting off with mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s, and we're going to see a decent blend of sun and clouds. And the biggest thing, too, is the low humidity as well. Now, we are going to run the risk for an isolated spot shower, and isolated meaning very hit or miss. I would say most folks are not going to be seeing any wet weather as we move through the rest of the afternoon. However, we could be looking at the chance for a few just very brief spot showers moving through the area throughout the afternoon, but most of us will stay dry. Otherwise, if you're not seeing any light rain showers, you're going to be looking at a blend of sun and clouds. Highs today coming up back into the middle and upper 70s, so closer to seasonable. I mean, yesterday we reached a high of 85 degrees, so it was definitely warm out there. As we move through the overnight hours, we are going to continue to see clear skies at first during the evening, but then through the overnight, we're going to see building cloud cover, and that's out ahead of our next weather maker, which is going to be those showers that we see tomorrow morning. That is a stronger upper level disturbance that's going to come through along with a cold front, and that's going to give us the chance to see some more steady rainfall as well as the chance for some embedded downpours as we move through the morning tomorrow. So this is around 7 a.m. around this time tomorrow morning, looking like most of Western Mass is going to be at least dealing with some steady to potentially heavier rainfall. The good news is that's only going to last the morning hours, and then the afternoon looks a little bit more salvageable with some breaks of sun, maybe a few spotty showers in the afternoon. The bulk of the rainfall, though, is going to be in the morning. Temperatures right now sitting at 59 degrees. We have a breeze coming in out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. But from our MGM Skycam, you can see we're looking at completely blue skies. Dew points right now sitting at 52 degrees. So very pleasant out there in terms of humidity. And it's a little bit of that cool, crisp feel this morning. As we take a look at our temperatures across southern New England, 59 in Westfield, 57 right now in Pittsfield. And we're getting into the lower and middle 60s as we move down the Connecticut River Valley. And the dew points all across southern New England much better than they were at this time yesterday. We're sitting in the lower 50s, which is right where we want to be. That's right in that pleasant range. And dew points luckily are going to be staying within that pleasant range at least through Wednesday as dew points remain in the 50s. Now, as soon as they start getting into the middle and upper 50s up to around 60 degrees, that's when it starts to feel a touch muggy. Then middle and upper 60s to near 70 is when it feels very humid and sticky out there. So as we move through the second half of the week, those dew points are going to start inching upwards along with our temperatures too. So by the end of the week, we're going to start trending warmer, but also a little bit more humid as well. Satellite and radar right now scanning completely dry, really, of any wet weather or of mainly any cloud cover. We do have some just brief showers off to our north and west. This is all associated with that upper level low, which has been in control of our weather really for the last several days. You can kind of see it spinning off to the north up in Canada with all these light showers moving around it. That gives us the chance for a brief spot shower later on this afternoon. However, most of us will be staying dry, like I said. Heading into tomorrow, though, this is the main system that we're going to be watching. Another upper level low and a cold front that's going to come through, giving us the likelihood to see some steadier showers, maybe a few downpours. But luckily, by around noontime, most of the rainfall is going to be all done. And then we'll see some more spotty showers as we head into the afternoon and perhaps into the evening. Monday looking like a mostly dry day again, but a few chances for some spotty showers are possible once again. All said and done, we could be looking at anywhere between about a ½ inch to as much as an inch of rainfall from this system that we see early on Sunday morning. Then our pattern starts to change a little bit. As we head towards the middle and end of next week, we're going to start trending much warmer with temperatures perhaps taking a run at the upper 80s and maybe even near 90.